Okay, we're back with Teresa to talk about fall fashion.
That's right. So Marshalls has thousands of brand name men's and women's clothing at a fraction of the price you pay at department specialty stores. So you can go crazy with fall fashion here. Okay, so the first look I'm going to have coming up, knits. So we're coming into the cooler weather, which means knits are always going to be big for fall. But the one thing we saw a lot of this season was the layering of knits.
Nice.
So the one thing you want to do though is on the runways, very, very oversized, very baggy. But for the average woman out there, pick one oversized piece and then one slimmer piece just to keep it nice and streamline the look. Hats, we talked about, very 60s and so easy to wear. Don't be afraid as well of mixing in the browns with the blacks. You can see she's wearing the backpack, which is kind of one of the major accessories trends we were seeing this season. And once again, you've got that emerald green. This is one of the major colors we're seeing for women as well as one of the Pantones.
Okay.
Next thing I want to talk about is the Chelsea boot, which she's wearing once again. And this can also transition really well with a great pair of tights. We have to get to the boys. They love their fashion. Okay, so we have got a we've got a great look for men for the fall because it's not only casual, it looks very, very put together. So we'll start off with this amazing kind of bomber jacket in this amazing burgundy color. Men are always afraid to go with color. They always go with the black and the brown, but burgundy works as a neutral, as you can see with navy, with gray. They can pair it with anything.
Don't be afraid of color, right?
I'm just wearing a sweatshirt underneath.
There you go.
But it looks nice and clean because of the white shirt underneath. Cords were a major trend for men as well. Very comfortable, and they also add great texture to any look. So, you know, the one trick for men, add some texture. One piece of texture per look is enough to give you a bit of depth in your appearance. The last thing I want to talk about is the bag. We'll do quickly this. So this is a great alternative to a gym bag. Looks really put together in that nice soft gray, once again going with the great neutrals with the jacket. And lastly, we can talk about the boot.
The boot.
So once again, very, it actually goes all the way up the leg, halfway through, but it looks great for the office as well because you can only see the toe, very casual and easy to wear.
All right, now our second look for the ladies.
I love this look. So we're looking very tailored pieces and very menswear inspired looks as well this season. So I've got this fantastic jacket with the leather epaulettes at the top. This jacket is $79.99. So you can compare that to twice as much at department stores. So unbelievable value. I've got this great kind of gray sweater underneath, but I've also added a punch of color with the chartreuse underneath.
Love it.
And then we've also got this great kind of, this is really the Pantone of the season, which is that great kind of grapey burgundy color, which is very, very rich and also pairs amazingly well with all the neutrals. And then she's holding a quilted bag. So the quilted accessories were one of the biggest things we saw. They're great because they add a little bit of sportiness to it, but also that amazing texture that we were talking about. And also that green color that's so hot this season. $39.99. Like, you cannot go wrong with this whole look. And then lastly, the Oxfords, which have a little bit of a point to them, so very feminine, very light, not very chunky, so they're very, very wearable for most women. And once again, that menswear inspired look, which is very, very fall.
Now another men's look we have here.
I love this look too because we're talking, it's very comfortable and it's fashion forward. So for men, this is an easy way to wear this beautiful textured look again. So once we've got the quilted bomber jacket on top, very, very in this season, we've got that sportiness to it in that great navy, which is the blue, which we were talking about as one of the major trends on the runways. This jacket is $59.99. So amazing value. Underneath I paired it with what we call a high-end plaid. So very, very neat. So not the lumberjack plaid that we were seeing in previous seasons, but something that looks very preppy and clean. We've paired it with the cords, another major, like I used to wear those in kindergarten. Well, guess what? They're comfortable and they are very, very fashion forward in a nice slim silhouette. And lastly, we've got the leather high tops, which a nice mix between the comfort of a running shoe, but also the sophistication that we're seeing with that great luxe leather. So overall, comfortable weekend look for guys.
Perfect.
I like it.
Well, that's good. It's good you like it. There you go. It's comfortable. Okay. Perfect. Well, thank you so much. Great fall looks. We'll have more Go Calgary after the break.